Hey everybody, Cody Meyer here, out on the water today. We're doing some idling. We're finding some fish that are out a little bit deeper, and I want to share with you guys about the SeaClear Power wiring harness here. You know, it's in this boat. It's been in the last few boats. It is so important, and I want to show you guys why. So let's take a look at some of these graphs, and let's talk about this SeaClear Power wiring. All right, so here's what we're looking at. We're just going over this big school bass right here. You know, I'm looking on 2D. I just marked it when I came by, and then I look over on the down and the side, and you can see they're going to show up on down as dots here, and you're going to see them on the side as well. And one thing that I always look for is when you look out here to the left, to the right, you're going to see some of these shadows, and you want to mark those. So they're going to be shooting out back over here. And why the SeaClear is so important, you can see all the interference, all the clutter is gone off these units. You know, they work on Garmin, Lowrance, Humminbird, whatever you're going to run. It's a power wiring harness that's going to allow you to see things a lot more clearly. So you're going to be able to pick out little stumps, some rock piles, of course some of these bass, and sometimes when you see them out here, you know, this is about 55 feet out to the left. It's going to be very important. So without the SeaClear, you're going to get a lot of clutter. You're not going to be able to see them as clearly. Very important to have this. Not only is it going to allow you to see everything better and more clearly. So what we just did, we saw some fish, we dropped a waypoint on it, but I also saw something really, really cool, very interesting. It looked to me like an old dock or something like that in the water. So I want to scroll back around and just show you guys how clear this is going to show up here on these Garmin electronics. And it's, you know, with the Garmin it helps, of course, but that SeaClear Power gives the right power, you know, to these units to do their job correctly. So a lot of these fish here. Look at this right up here. So you can see in the water there's an old dock, you know, that probably drifted off. And what I would do is I would hit mark over here. I can scroll over. I can put the cursor directly where I want. You can see there's some pieces of the dock that broke off right there. Here's the actual dock. There's a bunch of fish sitting right in here. So I'm going to mark that. And I could actually go in here too if I want, label it as dock. And there you go. So that was an up close and personal look at what these units are going to look like with the SeaClear Power wiring harness on there. It's so important to me, you know, as a professional angler, it is so important to have the right tools, do the job, find some of these fish that are harder to find, and not only are you going to be able to see clear on these fish finders, on these graphs up here, but it's also going to help eliminate some of the battery problems, right? So years past, you might draw down your batteries a lot lower with some of these graphs. You're going to eliminate that with SeaClear. So much of this interference is going to be gone. You're going to be able to see clearly, catch more fish, and find more fish.